postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Bortles. This one complete to Niles Paul. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dion Lewis, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. And incomplete to open things up. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Okay.
Rivers on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
12. Sit! Brown! Hey, Brown 80!
3rd and long for Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10.
Hey, Rocket! Hey!
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, let's go. Trip front.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Bortles under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Melvin Ingram with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, 12. Hey, Delta!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Delta!
On 3rd down, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, let's go. Trip slot. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
I'll go. Spread left.
To throw is Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 3rd down. It's Grant, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey!
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Gets past one man, and now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Move.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
11B, 11B.
On first down, Bortles. Open man right side is Sharp. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Mike 6, 33.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Chargers. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That good for 19 and a first down.
We got a runner. Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Hurry up!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here we go.
Play action now. Rivers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, left.
From the gun, Rivers. Now he's going to let it go deep back up. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back
on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
Spread left.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Green 80.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Bortles. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go. 11B.
Bortles now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He can run, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Rocket!
To throw again. Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards.
Hey!
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Rivers now to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey. 4 down. Mike 39, Lucy. Throw left. Throw left.
So after the INT, it's Bortles, eluding the pressure right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Bortles now on first down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So right.
Bortles to throw on 31. And he's got Moncrief. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, 57 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right! Single! Done!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 75 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Four down. Omaha. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Here we go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
Green 80. 72. Green 80. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Corey Legion in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first down throw here for Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Okay. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, rock it. Come on. I'm on. Be hot.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Yeah, rock it. Come on. Be hot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one. And my goodness, another interception. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Oh, now he bowls him over. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-line.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. Took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To throw is Bridgewater. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Rivers on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dante Fowler in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
12.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On second down, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Paul has it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field, covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football, and when he does...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So now what do you do as it comes back to the 7?
I think you stick with your strategy. You've already told your team you're going for 2. You dial up a different play. The only saving grace, a bit more room to operate if you're deciding to throw the ball especially.
Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion.
One out a little bit. Four down.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Bortles going to throw. Paul bringing it in. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.